This demonstration will show how to link your domain name to an IP address provided by your host. The first step is to go to the Domain Manager page, which you can access by clicking the Manage My Domains link from the top of any page. The Domain Manager shows a list of all domains in your account. To link your domain to an IP address, first check to be sure that your domain is using our default name servers, which are ns1.dnsowl.com, ns2.dnsowl.com, and ns3.dnsowl.com. If your domain is not using our name servers, then you should either ask your host to use their name servers, or you will need to change your domain to use our name servers before modifying your DNS records to point your domain to your host. In this example, as you can see, the domain does not currently use our name servers. Therefore, if we go to the Manage DNS page, we will see a big bold red message indicating that any changes made to the DNS records for this domain will not have an impact. We therefore need to change the domain to use our default name servers before continuing. To do so, click the provided link, select the link on the Name Server Manager page to use our default name servers, and then press Submit. You will see that the domain is now using our default name servers. To continue, we now return to the DNS Manager page by clicking the blue globe icon in the Options column. You will now notice that the bold red message has disappeared, indicating that our system will now serve DNS records for your domain. To link your domain to an IP address, first review the existing resource records in use for your domain. Resource records is another name for DNS records. When linking your domain to an IP address, we recommend first removing any existing AAAA, or CNAME records that your domain may be using. As you can see here, this domain currently uses our default DNS records, which include 3 A records and a CNAME. First, delete all of the existing A record, CNAME records, or AAAA records for the domain. When finished, you will now see that there are no resource records for the domain. To link your domain to an IP address, simply create an A record to do so. To create an A record, click on the link that says A next to select the resource record type you want to create. You will see that fields now display for hostname and IPv4 address. The first step is to create an A record on what is called the naked domain. The naked domain is when somebody types in your domain name without anything in front of the domain. In this example, somebody could type in just namesilo.biz as opposed to www.namesilo.biz. To create an A record for the naked domain, leave the host name blank and enter in the IP address provided by your host in the IPv4 address field below. You will now see that an A record has been created for the naked domain. You notice for the naked domain as the hostname field is blank. This now means that if somebody types in your domain name, in this case namesilo.biz, they will be directed to the IP address 2.34.56.78. The next thing people typically like to do is to create a record for www. Therefore, when somebody types in www.yourdomainname, they also arrive at the provided IP address. To create the www record, simply create another A record by clicking A, and this time for the hostname field, enter www, and again enter the same IP address. You will now see that there are two A records for this domain, both pointing to the same IP address. This means that if somebody types in either just the domain name or www.thedomainname, they will both be directed to the same IP address. Please remember that DNS changes can take up to 20 minutes to be published. Also, if you had to change name servers to use our default name servers, then it can take up to 48 hours for global propagation to complete. This completes this demonstration. Thank you.